Assalamu alaikum class. Hope you all are fine. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 8, that is the chemical reactivity. In this chapter we are going to discuss about the reactivity of elements, mainly metals. And after that we will discuss group 7 elements, about their reactivity and about their oxidizing power. First of all, refresh your mind by previous knowledge. When you are asked what are metals, how you can describe them? What is the first sentence that comes in your mind when anyone asks you about the metals? Do metals lose electron or gain electron? What is their characteristics? Either they form positive ions or they form negative ions. What is ionization energy? You have studied this topic in chapter number 3 already. Just revise your previous knowledge and describe the ionization energy. How ionization energy changes? On which factors ionization energy depends? When it will decrease and when it will increase. Secondly, discuss the trend of ionization energy in groups and periods. How ionization energy changes in groups and in periods. All these questions are linked with your next topic that we are going to discuss today from the chapter number 8. So take a pause for 5 minutes here and just refresh your mind by answering all these questions. First of all, starting the chapter number 8, we will give introduction to metals. What are metals? Metals occupy left and lower 3/4 of the periodic table. First of all, the position of metals, that where metals are present in the periodic table. In the periodic table you can see that this red line is showing the border till where metals are present. This left side and lower 3/4 of the periodic table is completely covered with metals. So this is the position of metals in the periodic table. Then describing some qualities of the metals that generally come to our minds, or we can describe generally metals by some characteristics. Those characteristics are: metals are shiny solids. They are in solid state and they have shine. Like you have observed gold and silver. They give us a specific shine. So gold and silver both are metals. Metals have moderate to high melting points. The melting points of metals are usually high. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. When we say that a specific substance is good conductor of heat and electricity, when that substance is having free electrons that can move, because electricity is actually the flow of charges. And heat is also the transfer of energy due to freely moving electrons. So we are saying that metals are good conductors of heat and electricity because metals have free electrons to move. Metals lose electron in chemical reactions. So when we are going to discuss about the chemical reaction of metals, metals will lose electron and will convert into positive ions. That is actually our next topic. Metals can be transformed into different shapes by some processes. These processes are hammering, as it is shown in this animation, or this process may be rolling, and this process may be molding and casting. These are the processes that are used on industrial level to mold the metals into different shapes, our required shapes. Now we will discuss about the electropositive character. What is electropositive character? How it is related to metals and how this electropositive character changes in the periodic table. Trend of electropositive character in the periodic table. The tendency of a metal to lose electron is called electropositivity. So electropositive character is actually the loss of electron by a metal. And when a metal loses electron, By losing that electron, metal converts into positive ion, as this is described in the chemical equation here. M is describing the metals, general representation of metals. When a specific metal is losing electron, N is the number of electron. N may be 1, 2 or 3 depending on the electronic configuration of that specific metal. So when a metal is losing electron, it is converting into positive ion. So this characteristics of a metal to lose the electron and convert into positive ion is known as electropositivity or electropositive character. Metals have large atomic size and low ionization energies. This is the property of metal that is described here. Why this property is described here? Can we relate these two properties of metal with the electropositive character? Can these characteristics help us describing the trend of electropositive character in groups and periods? Yes, very easily. When we discuss about the groups, as we have already studied in the chapter number 3, that moving along the group from top to bottom, atomic size changes. Atomic size is smaller at the top of the group while it is larger at the bottom of the group. So moving from top to bottom, atomic size increases. If atomic size is increasing, it means that the attraction between the nucleus and outermost electron is decreasing. So as a result, ionization energy will decrease. Ionization energy, as we have discussed earlier, that it is the energy required to remove the electron. If we require very little energy to remove the electron from a specific element, it means that that element can be converted into positive ion very easily. And that conversion into positive ion is actually the electropositive character that we have discussed in the definition of electropositivity. So, lower the ionization energy, more will be the electropositive character. We have described that ionization energy decreases down the group. If ionization energy is decreasing, it means that electropositive character is increasing. We can further describe this by taking some example. Here is a picture of group 1A and group 2A. We are saying that from top to bottom atomic size is increasing. It means electropositive character is also increasing. So lithium here will be less electropositive than sodium, and sodium will have more electropositive than lithium. Similarly, if we go for group 2A elements, beryllium is at the top and it will be less electropositive, while magnesium will be more electropositive than beryllium because the atomic size is increasing as we moving down. By increasing the atomic size, ionization energy is decreasing. So it will be easy for the magnesium to lose its electron as compared to beryllium. So magnesium will be more electropositive than beryllium. Similarly, we can describe all the elements that are present in the groups by the comparison of ionization energy and atomic sizes. Elements present on the lower portion of the group are more electropositive as compared to the elements present in the upper portion of the groups. Now we will discuss the trend of ionization energy, atomic size and in turn electropositive character in the periods. As we have discussed earlier that atomic size increases as we move from left to right in a period because nuclear charge is increasing. So force of attraction between the nucleus and outermost electron is increasing. As a result, atomic size decreases. If atomic size is decreasing, it means that ionization energy is increasing. It will be difficult for an element with high ionization energy to remove the outermost electron, to lose the outermost electron. So moving from left to right, if ionization energy is increasing, we can say that electropositivity is decreasing. Yes, definitely electropositivity is decreasing, as electropositivity is the characteristics of losing electron. So higher ionization energy values will make it difficult to lose electron for an atom. So electropositive character decreases as we move left to right in a period. Here we are describing the periods second and third period. We can see that beryllium comes after the lithium in a period. We have already described that moving from left to right, electropositive character decreases. It means that beryllium will be less electropositive as compared to the lithium, and lithium will be more electropositive as compared to the beryllium. Similarly, magnesium will be less electropositive than sodium, and sodium will be more electropositive than magnesium. And all these trends are described on the basis of atomic size, ionization energy, and then interlinking the atomic sizes, ionization energy with the electropositive characteristics of the elements. Thus, the elements which are more electropositive, they are good metals, and elements which are not electropositive, they are non-metals. So this is all about the electropositive character. Let's recap our today's lesson. We have described about the characteristics of metals, that they are good conductor of heat and electricity as they have free electrons. They lose electrons in a chemical reaction because metals are electropositive, and metals occupy left and lower 3/4 of the periodic table. Then we discussed as electropositive characteristics of metal. Electropositivity is the tendency to lose electron and convert into positive ions. Electropositivity increases down the group because due to larger atomic sizes, it becomes easier for an element to lose its electron. Electropositivity decreases across the period because due to decrease in atomic size, it is difficult for an atom to lose its electron. So the electropositive character decreases. That's all for today. Thank you so much for your attention.